What's up, y'all? This is Tish with my weekly garden update. Got a lot of updates to talk about here. Took the table I had in here. I needed more room, y'all. And so I built what my husband calls a janky shelf here in my little station here. I have some scrap wood in the garage, and I just took it and built me a little something here. It's not perfect, but it is serving its purpose. I think I did pretty good, y'all. Like I said, a lot of stuff going on. I got my tomato I talked about last week. She's I don't know. She's hanging on, y'all. I've been checking the stems, and they feel a little dry inside, but overall she's still fruiting. Fruits are still growing on here. The leaves are not looking good. I'm hoping that it'll continue to re-root. I took the root up, sprayed a peroxide solution because she has some bacterial water rot going on. So I cleaned the roots and sprayed some peroxide, a solution that you can spray on there. And I rooted the stem deeper. The tomato stems will re-root out of the stem here. So hopefully she'll continue to, hopefully she'll re-root and settle. She's in shock, but I'm hoping that she'll continue to prosper there. So I'll keep you updated on that. Got a lot of good stuff going on. I got my rice hull in. I love it much better than the straw for the greenhouse gardening. It's small and less bulky, and if you've already started your seedlings without the mulching, it's good for getting in between those plants. Okay, keeps the moisture in the soil. So yeah, real good stuff. First time trying it, I really love it. This time oregano, mint, they're all doing well. Pruned my pepper plant here, but she had a whitefly aphid infestation, and did a spray of neem, rosemary, oregano, and peppermint oil on there. They'll dry out and die, and then I'll just clean them like I did these leaves here. I just have to continue to stay on top of that because they love those pepper plants. Dwarf pomegranate is looking healthy. I pruned her, did some feeding this week. Look at those leaves. They're just nice, lush and green, looking good. She's fruiting, looking good. I'm pretty excited about that. Those little fruits will be about 2 inches in diameter. They taste more like raspberries than the larger size pomegranate, but really good, nice and juicy. Have an ever-bearing strawberry here that's fruiting. She's just loving it in here. She's ever-bearing, so I get a couple of harvests a year out of her. I'm eager to see if she'll fruit more than twice in this environment. Yeah, I'll keep you updated on that. I've got I put some medicinal flowers, chamomile, nasturtium, and some other stuff. I'll put another row up here, get those medicinal flowers growing in there, and pretty excited about that. The aeroponic system is doing good. I harvested a lot of the lettuce. We've been eating lettuce wraps, my husband and I. Look at that. That is, whoo, and it's so good. It's so good. Did some feeding this weekend here, and new sprouts coming up. I do succession planting in here. You can see it with those coming up there. I'll take these as those others grow and replace them with those. Once these are mature, I will replace these here, but this one I just took the leaves off the bottom. I'll keep her growing a little bit. After a while it starts to become bitter, so you will need to replace it after a while, but she's still in good condition. Basil been in here over a year now. And it's delicious, y'all. I've got some new sprouts coming in with this lettuce. I took some transplants from outside. I actually had some red head cabbage, some broccoli. I've got some Chinese broccoli, and I still have kale outside growing that's doing well, even after it has snowed and the temps have dropped. We haven't had anything drop below 20 at night, so they'll continue to produce for me. I'll have to show you that later, but still doing good. So I brought a couple of those transplants in. I cleaned the roots up real good, sprayed them because you don't want the critters from outside coming in. Cleaned it up and wiped her down, and so I'm going to see how they do in here. My doggone kale is doing good. I've harvested a lot from that baby. She's in here loving it. A lot of new sprouts coming in, and you know, doing wonderful. So got some beets coming up in here. Ooh, I love beet greens, y'all. Maybe you can see these babies coming in. They're sprouting wonderfully. Have to know when to moisten and when not. You don't want to overwater those seedlings and have them die out. So I looked at that rice pole, and when I see it dry out real good, I'll give them a good water, about 1 inch or so at the top here. So got my crab pea system going here. These are growing well. It was much smaller than that, but they're doing good. They're still healthy, strong, and green. Not dead. I haven't killed them yet, so got some things going on in containers here. Some lemongrass and ginger root that I put in today. I love ginger root, y'all, so it's good to be able to grow this stuff organically. Got some green onion going on in this container here in my sweet mints, peas, and got my deep water system growing here. These are doing very well. These squash and melon I have going on here. There's the deep water system. They grow better than, hardier than the crab pea system with that oxygen going in there. Both methods are good if you want to grow food, but I just noticed that one grows quicker and hardier than the other. Those tend to fruit quicker, and these take a little longer to fruit, but still both good systems. That kale and stuff, they were this size at one point. And look how hardy they are. Look how big they are. So yeah, this stuff, I'll have to take those and transfer those into a larger individual tote, because they'll get pretty big and those roots will start intertwining in there, and boy, you will not be able to pull them apart, and you don't want to mess with those root systems. So yeah, I got my carrots growing here. I've got some round Parisian carrots in there I'm excited to try. They're looking good. They're starting to get those true leaves are on there, but see, those there are coming on, so they're healthy and strong. My kale has sprouted back here. We love kale. We love greens, y'all, and so my sprouts are coming up. I will transplant those into larger containers. Got some spinach I did today, some Chinese cabbage, waiting on those to sprout. my honeydew is coming in. She's got this. I put about 3 in here, so I will transfer those to this grow bag over here. As they grow, I'll bring the soil up. And then I'm going to do a twine trellis system here against this from those posts there, and a fruiting net as the fruit grows. I want to try that in here and see how it does. I've seen some remarkable systems of growing them in the greenhouse, so excited about that. Clip that chocolate mint back that was sick, she'll regrow. All you do is stick them with the mint, you just stick those stems in the ground and they'll reroot and grow. They're pretty invasive and have a great will to live, so she'll be fine. That lavender is doing awesome. My parsley up here, I need to clean her up some. But yeah, a lot of new sprouts going. These will transplant outside in the spring. A lot of roots, I mean a lot of seedlings coming in here. There's that green thing coming up. This just happened overnight. I've got a heating mat under here, a ceiling heat mat, helps germinate them quicker. I got a lot of good stuff in here. Cucumber melon, celery, Swiss chard, cucumber, bell pepper, kale, premier kale, black cherry tomatoes, which is my first year growing. I'm excited about growing that, and some baby choy and some other stuff in here. Excited about that. Let me get that in there. But yeah, and I'll keep these in here. They don't need light right now.